I forgot to add the, let me see, hang on one second. Oh no, hey everybody. How do I comment on here? How are y'all? Welcome in. It is Jennifer at Studio J Company. I'm trying to figure out where I could put. Hello, Mary Lou. Welcome in, y'all. Let's see. Hang on a second, y'all. Hey, Melissa. I'm here. I'm trying to find, there's my comment thing. Well, I don't know why it didn't post my description. So, sorry. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Today, we are having a witch's tea party, okay? And it's, but mine's not tea. My tea party is gonna have a witch's cold brew. So my brew is iced coffee, really. So welcome in, and we are going to do snacks. We're gonna do a witchy themed charcuterie board. So I'm excited. Of course, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with all this food and candy afterwards, because most of it I don't need. The majority of it, I don't need it. And my husband is out of town again, so I'm gonna have to invite some people over for some snacks. So anyway, we'll see how this goes. But we'll make the drink first, okay? I'm gonna wait for some people to pop in. Hey Carolyn, hey. Hi Brittany, welcome in, y'all. Come on in and we will get started. The drink I'm making, it's actually a cold brew with a pumpkin cold foam on top. Have y'all had that at like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or any of those? The cold foam is the way to go. No matter what flavor you get, it's good on everything. Thank y'all for sprinkling. Come on in. My name is Jennifer, and I am the next presenter in the Sacred Treasure House Witch's Tea Party event. So I'm excited. Hey Lisa, hey Tanya. Y'all come on in. Everything, house and home. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we have 45 minutes. I think that's plenty of time because I've prepped all my stuff. Now, the coffee, the cold brew. It's a witch's brew, cold brew. So it's a coffee brew, and it is a little tricky as far as like making it a little bit in advance because, okay, I cheat a little bit. I don't make my own cold brew, which you could just brew some coffee, make your own cold brew. I buy this. This stuff is good. Now, they have the unsweet version. They have the extra strong version. I don't do those two. This one, I get it at Walmart. You can get it at Publix, Walmart, pretty much any grocery store, I think. Hi, Margie. Hey, Minnie. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, Andrea. Y'all come on in. Welcome, welcome. Okay. This one is the not too sweet. So it's sweet, it's just not super sweet, okay? But the cold foam that we're gonna put on top is sweet. But it's to taste. So when you make it, you can make it as sweet as you want, okay? So let me show you what I've done, okay? So I made mine up in advance because you want it really, really cold for it to whip up and make the foam. So you want to put it in your fridge. I couldn't find my mason jars, so I just put it in one of my little jam jars. It's like a big strawberry. You want to chill it. So it needs to be good and cold so that it will whip up and get all foamy, okay? Hey, Peggy. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Joe. Welcome in, y'all. Hey, Denise. Okay, so I have had this in the fridge since this morning. And I'll tell you, I will post at the end, I'll take a picture of everything and I'll post it. And if anybody wants the recipe that I use, I'll post that with it since I've already made this up. But I'll tell you what's in this. the majority of it is heavy whipping cream. Let me grab mine. I'm sorry, I should have already had that out. All right, so the majority of it is just heavy cream, okay? Ouch. And this is enough for several coffees. Okay, so you're gonna put mostly heavy cream, but I'll put the recipe I use. Okay, heavy cream, and then it says to add milk of your choice. You can do almond milk, you can do soy milk, you know, whatever you like. Regular milk. I don't use any milk. This is terrible. I use a vanilla sugar-free creamer just because I like that vanilla flavor. So I add a little bit of this. Like I said, I'll give y'all the recipe. I add real vanilla also, or vanilla extract. It's got a good vanilla vibe going on. And to sweeten it, I use sweetened condensed milk, just a little bit, like a tablespoon in this whole thing. Okay, so you're not drinking a whole tablespoon of that. That's a lot of sweet. Then you've got pumpkin pie spice, because this is a pumpkin version. And then I've got some cinnamon I like to sprinkle on top. Okay, so I've mixed everything in here except for the pumpkin pie spice and the cinnamon. I just put the cinnamon on top, okay? Now, you can also do food coloring. That's totally optional. It is really, really good, okay? Let me move these. Now, you don't wanna, like I made enough, like me and my husband can use this like a couple mornings in a row or whenever we want coffee. So you only wanna whip up what you're gonna use, okay? And you can store this in your fridge. And I don't know how long it lasts because it doesn't last very long around here. Because we'll drink coffee like during the day. So let me move these things and we'll make one up. Let me get a cup. Okay. Let's make one. Okay, I just got a glass to mix it up in. I don't know why I brought that. Okay. Welcome in, y'all. Hello, hello. It's gonna be so good, so good. And then we'll work on our party tray. I really need to invite some people over because I don't know who's gonna eat all this food. I'm gonna be in big trouble. It's really a lot of sweets. Okay. So you just wanna have your glass. And if you don't have one of these little frothers, you can get them super cheap on Amazon or Home Goods. Get them for like $5. So it's really good. It's battery operated. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pour a little bit of this into my glass. Well, that's a lot, but that's okay. And I'm gonna add some orange, or you could add any color. You know what? I think I'm gonna add green because this is a witch's brew. So we're gonna do a green foam. I've just got some green food coloring, and you're not gonna taste it because you're just gonna put a little bit. Let me get, I'm just gonna get a toothpick. Okay. Hey y'all, come on in. Hi Jody. Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't wanna have to dip it again. I hardly put any in here. I just wanna give it a little bit of a tint because it's gonna turn my lips green. I don't want that. Okay, move these. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to take my cup. I had ice. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to add some ice. Hey, Diane. Y'all come on in. Welcome in. If anybody is new here, if you've never been to my page, my name is Jennifer. And my page is Studio J Company. Welcome in. Hey, Kathy. Okay, here we go. I'm going to add ice. I'm just going to add the cold brew. Like I said, you can make your own cold brew. A lot of people do that. I just like this one. Okay, and I'm going to fill it not quite full. There we go. Again, a lot of this is just to taste. It's your preference. So, okay. All right, so you got your cold brew. You're going to take your mixture, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put the pumpkin spice in now. Like I said, this is totally to taste. If you don't like pumpkin spice, don't even put the pumpkin flavor in there. But this cold foam, hold on where I can see it. It's the heavy cream that really starts whipping up really good, but the foam is so good. You got it, you need it really cold. So it'll whip up really good. I didn't put much green in there. Hang on, we want the full effect. I'll drink it at the end because I got a feeling it's gonna turn my lips green. Did that drop? Oh, okay. Got a couple drops. Okay, it's really gonna be green now. Here we go. But this cold brew is not, it's not flavored, but it's slightly sweet. So if you don't like pumpkin, if Ralph pops in here, I know Ralph says he hates pumpkin, anything pumpkin. You don't have to do pumpkin. But see how thick this is? Okay. I gotta rinse that off. Right here for now. Okay, and then you just pour it on top of, that's a lot, I'm not going to use all that. You pour it on top of your cold brew, and I just swirl it around like this. So you get some down in there, but you still have the stuff on top. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip because this stuff is so good. You can put, I have a straw with it too, but I'm gonna use the straw. I don't want to have green lips throughout the rest of this presentation. Okay. Oh my God, it's so good. And like I said, you can make it as sweet as you want it or not so sweet. But this is my witch's cold brew. Okay, and now we're gonna make our charcuterie board. Now, oh, I forgot to sprinkle my cinnamon on. If you're drinking it without a straw, I'd put the cinnamon on. But with the straw, you bypass the top. Cold brew is really good drinking where you get the foam right. I don't know, there's something about the straw, you don't get the full effect. So if you sip it right out, you get that foam. The foam is the sweet part. It's really, really good. Hi, June. Hello, hello. Welcome in, y'all. Okay. So we got our witch's brew there. Now let's make the sweets, the treats. So I've got different things going. I tried to separate them out. I have this giant charcuterie board. Let me show you. I got this thing at Home Goods maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But we have a lot of, we do a lot of football parties in the fall, Christmas parties, holidays, stuff like that. Look at this gigantic This thing was like 29 bucks, but look how big it is. It's like a tabletop, isn't it? But it's got handles on it. I love this thing. You can just load it up with all kinds of goodies. Okay, so here's what it's so big you can't even fit it into the whole screen. Okay, but here we go. Let's see what we can do. Got several little treats. A lot of them are pre-made. You don't have to make everything from scratch. I got these at Publix. They're Peeps, but there's Frankenstein. I got the pumpkins. They didn't have the ghost. There are ghosts, but they were out of the ghost. So was Walmart. So I've got these two. And then, so for ghost, I've already washed and cut my strawberries. So what I did is I cut the tops off so they'll sit flat like that. Okay, but I'm actually, I think I might put them on sticks. I'm not sure. Okay, all right, so we're gonna do that. I got the candy melts. I got white ones. We're gonna do some ghost and we're gonna do some mummies. We're gonna make mummies out of Nutter Butter peanut butter cookies. I love those things. It's a good thing my husband's not here. He would be going crazy. He loves them too. Okay, so these candy melts, you just melt them in the microwave. You can add food coloring if you want to change the colors. It does help if you add, I like to add, let's see. I'm just reading this. It says not to add liquids, and then it says if it's too thick, add 2 tablespoons vegetable shortening. I always add, you can add shortening or coconut oil. I've got coconut oil. So I'm gonna put some in. I'm gonna go ahead and get these melted. I'm gonna leave them white because we're gonna do some ghosts and we're gonna do some mummies. Okay, let me pop this in the microwave. All right, I've also got just some bakery, the store-bought frosted sugar cookies. These things melt in your mouth. Have y'all had these? They make them with different colors, but these cookies right here, they are so good. Okay, I've got some of those. Got a lot of cookies. I also have fudge stripe cookies. Got some of those. I got candy corn, or as some people say, crayon candy. And then I got it's candy corn mix. It's like the pumpkins and the candy corn, you know, the different colors. I just got those. These will be fillers on our charcuterie board. Okay, and then I have graham crackers because my whole idea was, let me see. Let me show you. Here's my graham crackers, because I was thinking graham crackers, marshmallows of any kind. I also have the big fat jumbo marshmallows. I've got some of these Reese's peanut butter pumpkins, because let me tell you, you know how when you make a traditional s'more, you take, my hands are clean, I washed them. You take your graham cracker, you put your chocolate bar, then you put your hot marshmallow and, you know, or another chocolate if you want to, and you sandwich it together, and the hot marshmallow melts the chocolate, right? Or softens it up. But let me tell you, if you try it, instead of a chocolate bar, put like a cookie, a fudge stripe cookie, or one of these Reese's, even a Reese's peanut butter cup. It doesn't have to be the pumpkin. It takes your s'more to a whole nother level. Now, I was gonna set this up with the s'more bar. And I did one, I think it was over the summer, I did like a little mini s'more bar. And you can get them at Dollar Tree, but I have a case of them from Costco because we do these a lot in the fall. Let me grab it. Where did I put it? Oh. These little Sterno cans, these little Sterno fuel cans, you can get them over in the party section at Dollar Tree. Well, I didn't check mine, but mine, apparently it sat, I have a case of them out in the garage. And I just checked it and it's all like swooshed to one side. I guess somebody hit the case and it tilted. So mine's not gonna work today. So I'm not gonna have the little flame here like I wanted. But that's something you can have. And then, like have your little skewers. I cut these. These are the ones from Dollar Tree. I just cut them a little shorter to put them in a little cup. So you can have them there for your guest. Okay. So let's get started on, and then we'll start arranging the tray to make it pretty. Okay. I'm excited. These are all good stuff. Hello, Sarah. Hey, Penny. Hey, Mary. If I miss anybody, I do go back and watch the replays. Y'all, I watched the replay the other night of one of my lives. Let me grab this. Okay. It's 30 more seconds. So I was, when I came out of the room from doing my live, I found one of my sponge pouncers like chewed up all over the floor. Like, I mean, it's just chewed up. While I was watching the live, you see me, like I'm talking, I'm messing with something, and in the background, like you see my dog Maggie go by and stick her head under this little table and take off running. And then like a few minutes later, you hear me say, Maggie, Maggie, or something like that. And I'm like, I hear her crunching something. I basically saw her on the replay because I was like, where did she get that? I saw her on the replay. She was busted. So it's good to go back and watch your replays because you never know what you're going to catch. Okay. So it says just do these. I'm doing it in 30-second intervals and just stir it. Do a little more. And you can use like wax paper, parchment paper. I have butcher paper. I couldn't find my parchment paper. I think I took it downstairs. Yeah, she is very sneaky. I need to start a page on just Maggie's adventures. She's crazy. Hey Pam, welcome in. Hi Debbie. Hello everybody. I just looked up and saw how many people were on here. Welcome in. My name's Jennifer. If you're new here, I hope you'll follow. I am so happy you're here. I am so happy to be presenting in this. I had planned, when I originally signed up for this, I don't know why I didn't read that it was a food thing. So I'm gonna show you the project that I had planned for this. Luckily I had already started it and she's gonna make her presentation today. So I can't wait to show you, she's so pretty. Okay, so we've got our white candy melts. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take, where did I put my sticks? Okay. Oh, here they are. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start melting some more white chips for our mummies. So what I'm gonna do with these strawberries, I'm just gonna poke one of these little candy sticks in it to make like a pop. I'm gonna dip these down. And we're gonna make little ghosts. And I'm gonna use chocolate chips. I meant to get some icing to paint like the faces. but instead I'm just gonna use some little mini, well, these aren't even mini. I'm just gonna use some chocolate chips to make the eyes. And a little mouth. Okay, so there's our little strawberry. I'm gonna lay him down on here. I cut them so I could sit them flat, but then I got to thinking, well, let me see. Oh yeah, I can just dip them. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna dip them and then put the little face on it. That works. No, these are so cute. And I'm gonna pop these in the freezer just to let them set up. We'll just do a few of these. Oh, that's much better than putting them on the stick. I mean, I guess I could put them on a stick later if I want to. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and dip them and then we'll worry about the faces. These are some pretty big strawberries. Cute. All right. I'm gonna put some little eyes. I'll turn them around and show y'all. Now I'm gonna pop this in the freezer for just a second. Yeah, you could paint these on with like the little icing and the little tubes. Super easy to write with those. Can y'all hear the Halloween music? I have my little screensaver going and it's playing Halloween sounds. Uh-oh. Hear the witch. A lot of times I have that on. I showed y'all one day how I turn on YouTube, and it's just background music and like fall scenes, you know, like screensaver. My husband says it sounds like a department store in here. That doesn't, but the jazz music, so it sounds like a department store. That's pretty. Okay. Okay, so I got my little ghost. I'm gonna pop these in the freezer so it'll set up. Got some more white. You know what? I think I want, well, for my mummies, I'm gonna dip the Nutter Butter cookies in there to get them white, and then I'm gonna pipe some white frosting across them to get the whole mummy look. How are we on time? Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead and start laying out our board. I'm gonna put all this in one, because I think these are the only ones. Well, I was gonna do some pumpkins. I'll go ahead and use up the white first. Let's do that. Let's sheet of paper here. These on here. I need to weigh it down. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1/2 at a time. And the mummies. I'm gonna put eyes on these too. I got some of the little candy eyes at Walmart, like in the baking. I think it was like with the cake decorating stuff. These are so cute. I make alligators with these. I'm a Florida Gator fan, and everybody else, all my friends, my husband, all of them are Georgia Bulldog fans. But we have a huge, not huge, we always have a big Florida-Georgia rivalry party. And last year I made, was it last year? I took these and I did this, but I made the, I put green food coloring in it, and I made little alligator cookies. At the end of the night, I was the only one that ate any. But they were good. Okay, I'm gonna put these in the, I'm gonna put the eyeballs on them first. These are the little candy eyes. Put some of these on here while it's still wet. Oops. I got a Ziploc baggie to put them in because they're gonna go everywhere afterwards. All right, so let's put some mummy eyes. Cute. All right, and we'll go ahead and start assembling our board so we don't run out of time. Y'all coming up after me, this event goes for several hours. It goes throughout the day, and up after me is Teas, Crafts, and Creations. Oop, oh, y'all, I just hit that. Oh, it's okay. I gotta wash my hands now. I'm dropping candy. Okay. I'm gonna swap these out with the strawberries, and we'll start messing with the board. Okay, hold on. Excuse me, Sally. Stella's eating these little eyeballs that I just dropped. Okay, here's our little ghost strawberries. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start setting stuff on the tray, on the board. Remove what we don't need. Okay. Okay, so I got something fun. I'm gonna hold off on these for a second. Since we don't have our flame, I'm gonna hold off on that part. Okay. So I'm gonna put my little strawberries on here. These are so cute. Yeah, I don't think they need a stick. You could go and add like a little toothpick in the top so that your guests can pick them up easier. Because, I mean, when they're chilled, they go on pretty good. Okay, let me put these in the freezer. Hey, Stella. Okay. Alrighty. So here is what I'm gonna do. Oh, I left that open. Okay, I'm gonna start arranging all of my goodies here. All the little cookies and stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put my graham crackers because we're planning to have s'mores. We just need the fuel. You could have a bonfire. If you had a bonfire, you could do that. So there's those. Okay. In the center is gonna be my original plan, my original craft for this, but it wasn't a food craft. So she's going to do something else. Okay, so these are Peeps. These make great s'mores. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do these. All these cookies. Put some of these here. I know y'all can't see. I'm gonna have to pull it back a little further once. I'll give y'all a good bird's eye view of it as soon as I get this part done. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and show you my witch. She's so pretty. I'm going to put these here. These are the Reese's peanut butter pumpkins. Okay. Okay, and then we've got the Peeps pumpkins. These are so colorful. I'm bummed that they didn't have the ghost. Okay, so here's, let's see, we'll put these over here. Put them here. Okay, here's my girl. Isn't she pretty? So I took a pumpkin and a Barbie, and I made this with some jute and a skewer. I made her broom. Isn't she pretty? She's gonna sit right in the middle of my board. Okay. Okay, so for my mummies, let me scoop this stuff up. Oh, I've got Hershey bars too. Got some Hershey bars. I'm gonna scatter those around. I've got my mummies. All right. Okay, we'll scoop her up a little. Slide her up a little. I'm going to take my sugar cookies and kind of spread them around here. How are we on time? Okay, we got about what? We got a little bit of time. I know, I hear it. I love doing party trays. These are so fun, especially a theme. Okay, let me finish my mummies. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move her out of your way for a second. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this melted candy melts. Well, actually, you know what? I need to go ahead and finish the bottom of the mummies. I think we've got time. Do it really fast. There's a random eyeball. I don't know where it came from. You know what? I'm just gonna do a few so we don't run out of time. Okay, hold on. Scissors. So I'm going to take some of this candy melt, put it in just a little Ziploc bag. If you have a piping bag, you can do that too. If you don't, you can just use a Ziploc bag, a little sandwich baggie. Put it in there and just snip the little corner. Okay, let me finish my cookies here. Yep, hold on. Okay. Figure out where my mummies are gonna go. Okay, I'm just gonna snip the little tip off. Go ahead and spread out my candy corn. How are we on time? We got 5 minutes. Okay, we can do that. We got 5 minutes, and then Teas, Crafts, and Creations is up after me. So have y'all watched the whole event so far? I've been catching them as I go. I was doing some last minute shopping for this, and I was watching while I was doing my shopping. All right, we're gonna spread this stuff around. This adds a lot of color. All this candy corn mix, that bright orange. These little pumpkins. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a better view. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but this thing is huge. So it's kind of hard for y'all to see it anyway. So hang on. I'm gonna give you a peek. Like trick-or-treat city over here. Okay, so get the mummies and we're on our way. Okay, so you take your mummies. Can y'all see the mummies? I did a few of them all the way. And you're gonna take your icing bag and you're just gonna zigzag it. Ooh, there it goes. To look like a mummy. I just did a few. I'll finish them up after this is over so I can get them all in the picture. Okay. It actually needs to go back in the freezer, but I'm going to pop it on here just for to go ahead and get it finished. These are so cute. I love their little eyes. I'm just gonna put them on here. These aren't finished, but I'm gonna get them on here just so we have them. And I'll give you a peek because we're almost done. Okay, pull this out of the way. All right, and here is our charcuterie tray, our little spooky tray. I'll add more. I'm gonna finish it up. What are we at? 5:13. Okay, we got 2 minutes. So she's gonna go in the middle. Like I said, if you are doing a s'mores bar, you could have the little flame, you could have, or if you were having a bonfire, people could just kind of fix their stuff and go over to the bonfire and melt their marshmallow, or toast their marshmallows. So I'm gonna turn this so y'all can, I don't know how much y'all can see. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna spin it around. So can y'all see a little bit better that way? It's all the goodies. I'll take a bird's eye view picture. Isn't that pretty? It's so colorful. And I didn't even get everything done. I've got Oreo cookies over there that I was gonna dip in orange candy and make little pumpkin pops. I'll make some of those and finish it up, and I'll get a good picture and I'll post it. But, hello. That's it. Y'all go check out, after me, it's T's Crafts and Creations, and I will get this finished up. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you don't already follow, tap that follow button so you can come back often. Thank you, Tanya and Deborah and Lisa of the Sacred Treasure House. This was fun. Y'all have a great day. Bye.